Well, good morning and welcome to Sunday Morning Musings. This is January 3rd, 2021, and it's the first time that the Musings will be presented in a video format. Now, some have said that I have a face for radio, and others have said that I have a voice for print. But either way, we are going to present you our Monday morning musing. Now, this is the mid-year, at the midpoint of our Rotary year. Now, as you know, the Rotary year begins on July 1 and ends June 30th. Now, at the end of the year or mid-year, often there's newspapers, journals, magazines, television networks, cable shows that do a review of the previous year and predictions for the upcoming year. So, accordingly, I want to review the highlights of the first half of our Rotary year and then also present some thoughts and predictions of what will happen in the upcoming year. To paraphrase Charles Dickens, these are the best of times and the worst of times. And perhaps they say that every year, or is it just this year? I do know this, that out of crisis comes opportunities, and Rotary opens opportunities for us to serve, especially serving those who need us most. So stay with me to the end, and you will hear my predictions for our Rotary year, our district, and our Rotarians. Now, there are three things that have happened this year that I am most proud of. First is the establishment of the Anti-Human Trafficking Committee, chaired by Club 33 past president David Oates. This committee has worked diligently all year, and they have created 3 training videos that are posted on the district website. These videos are well worth watching, and I encourage you to do so because there are ways that we can help survivors of human trafficking. And there are going to be more training sessions to come. I encourage clubs to embrace this cause of ending human trafficking. The committee has also submitted a global grant that is now being reviewed by the Rotary Foundation. This grant, among other things, will fund teacher training and billboards at the airport, at bus stations, train stations, warning of the dangers of human trafficking. This is going to be a game changer for our students and our community. The second item is the creation of the district's Environmental Sustainability Committee, chaired by Amelie Kathleen, past president of the Solana Beach Eco Club. This committee was established in the middle of June before our Rotary year started, and 3 weeks before Rotary International adopted the environment as a 7th avenue of focus. This is significant because starting this coming July 1st, global grants will be awarded to clubs addressing the environment. The committee has over 25 people from across the district serving on this committee. And the third thing is a partnership that we have created with District 4100 of Baja California. This partnership includes our governor line, along with the governor lines of District 4100, 5320, which is Orange County, and 5330, which is Riverside County, as well as District 5495, which encompasses most of Arizona. This partnership will pay huge dividends in the years to come. We will be able to work on international projects in Mexico, giving our membership the Rotary International experience without the time and expense usually associated with an international project. Moreover, we will meet Rotarians from other clubs in Southern California and Arizona that will lead to working on projects with those clubs and those districts. All of this will enhance being a part of Rotary. Our worldview will be greatly expanded, all while doing good. Now, during this year, I have found clubs and Rotarians as engaged in service as ever before. We understand the suffering of those in need and less fortunate. Clubs have been involved in the community and in schools. giving money and gift cards to buy food, clothing, and school supplies. We haven't stopped doing. We have allocated over 90 DDF grant projects and global grants within the first month of being eligible. That is outstanding. We are more committed than ever to serve. The fellowship that I have witnessed at the club meetings by Zoom is a beautiful thing. The kidding around and poking fun is still very much a part of our essence. It is the fifth item on the four-way test. Is it fun? There is more good to talk about, but I want to set aside time to talk about where we're going from here. So much has changed in the past 9 months. It is hard to imagine that things will go back to the way they were once the pandemic has receded from view. The way business is done has changed. Travel and public gatherings have changed. Movie viewing has changed. The arts have changed. Food shopping, restaurant dining, DoorDash, shopping at the mall, seeing a doctor by Zoom instead of in person will impact our lives for years to come. So where does that leave Rotary? I have no inside information, but I don't see a Rotary convention in Taipei this June. I believe we will have another virtual convention, and it will be better than last year's convention. I would not be surprised to see hybrid conventions in the future, as more people will be able to attend and participate. President-elect training sessions will be virtual in March. The following year, pets will be in person. But we will have a totally different look and feel than in years past. Pets will be shorter in time and less focused on education and more focused on leadership development. The educational component will be presented during the 6 months leading up to pets. Our district training and seminars will continue to be on Zoom. Why? Because attendance has shown that many, if not more people, attend on Zoom than in person. There is no cost for venues on Zoom, saving Rotarians and clubs money. The time spent at a training or seminar is less than in person, thereby not intruding on people's weekends or evenings. In addition, people can learn on their own, and rather than at a specific designated time. Now we get to the bigger question. What do our clubs look like after all this? There will be a handful of clubs that did not embrace, and there are a handful of clubs that did not embrace or adapt to Zoom. They stopped having meetings. I doubt they will come back in time. Hopefully those Rotarians will join other clubs near their home or work. The rest of the clubs have survived, and many have thrived under Zoom. We all got the taste of what an e-club is like. Clubs continue to meet online. Clubs continue to do projects and community service. Many clubs brought in speakers from around the world to educate us, inform us, and entertain us. Rotary International President Holger Canuck spoke to us in June. Past President Ian Risley spoke to us from Australia. And past RI President Barry Rassin will speak to us from the Bahamas. All this and more is possible because of Zoom. Zoom should be a part of every club going forward. I would like to see at least one club meeting per month on Zoom. Now this is important because Zoom allows members who cannot otherwise attend regular meetings to stay connected with the club. As we have learned, we don't have to travel for breakfast, lunch, or dinner meetings and then return to work. There is a time savings factor involved. There is also an economic factor involved. Being a part of a Rotary Club should not be a financial burden. For some, it is. As our presidents-elect begin their year to plan their budgets for the upcoming year, I would like them in collaboration with the current president and board, to set aside a line item to purchase equipment to Zoom in-person meetings to those who are unable to attend. And this will allow meetings to become hybrid. We are looking at an expense of $1,000 to $2,000. I would also like our clubs to look at ways and means to be more flexible and adaptable to the changing ways. For instance, breakfast and lunch clubs have an evening meeting once a month on a different day. For the evening clubs, have a lunch meeting on a different day than you regularly meet. This will make the clubs more attractive to more people who don't have the kind of time to make the meetings on a regular basis. And one more thing, if I could. What Rotarian doesn't like a social? Once a month, have a cocktail social with another club in your area. This is a great way to meet and become friends with other Rotarians in the area. And it will lead to working on projects together, such as blood drives, food drives, clothing drives, and school supply drives. Now that is a beautiful thing. Finally, I would like each club to have a club assembly in the next 3 months to explore what their clubs will look like in the next year or two. What new strategies and ideas will emerge as we come out of the pandemic and we meet in person again? For sure, our clubs will not look the same or be the same. Let's get together and plan for a brighter future. After all, Rotary opens opportunities. Happy New Year.